And speaking of that torrent, last night it wreaked havoc for 11 Makini school pupils who were this morning rescued from their flooded bus that was submerged for over 8 hours in Nairobi's South Sea following the heavy rains. KTN's Najma Ismail has been talking to the officials of the Kenya Red Cross Society and some parents of the affected children. And she's also now joining us on phone, and she's in the South Sea area. Najma, thanks for joining us. Could you tell us the exact location of this bus? This is a story that's breaking overnight. Many of our viewers may not be aware of exactly where the bus stalled.
Well, afternoon, Yvonne. The bus actually got stuck along Muhoho Avenue. This is next to the Nairobi Muslim Academy. It was around 6 p.m. and the bus was on its way to actually drop children home when it got stuck due to the floods.
Could you tell us about the rescue operation? We understand that took hours. Red Cross was involved. Just describe to us what the Red Cross officials have been telling you about when they got that first call and how they managed to rescue these young children.
Well, Yvonne, the Red Cross received a call at around 9:30 p.m. and they sent their emergency rescue team there. Kyoko Kilu, who is the emergency health manager, told me that it was actually very difficult for their land cruisers to make their way there, that it took them almost 6 hours. And the Red Cross offices, given that the Red Cross offices are actually like less than 10 kilometers away from Muhoho Avenue where the bus was stuck. So they got there at around 4:37 a.m. This is from 9:30, from when they got the call, to 4:37 a.m. where they reached the bus where it was stuck. It was actually very difficult for them to find their way there because they had other casualties on the road on their way there, so they had to clear the area to get to the Makini bus. Yvonne.
All right, tell us about the children who were in the bus. Around what age were they and how are they faring now?
The children were all from the lower primary, as I have been told, and there were like 6 boys and 5 girls. There were 3 adults, that is the driver and the conductor. And when they reached the Red Cross, actually, they were very wet. They were shaken. They were scared. They were hungry. Some of them were crying, but the Red Cross managed to, give them something to eat, change of clothes. They gave them warm gowns. And, children are very resilient. In a few minutes' time, they'd forgotten about the whole ordeal and they started making, they're telling stories and all. But the emotions ran high again when their parents now actually came to the Red Cross offices and got them. It was now that's when everyone started crying. They could not believe it. The parents hugging their children. It was emotional.
Yeah, I would imagine an emotional reunion. Finally, Najma, before we let you go, yes. It was a wonderful rescue for these children of Makini school. But we understand, you'd mentioned this when we spoke earlier, that the Red Cross found a dead body?
Yes, actually around Maimahiu area where the bus got stuck, there was one body that was found dead. I think the body was washed away by the floods and police managed to pick it and they took it to the mortuary. We don't have details on if it was a male or female, but this is the only number that Red Cross can confirm, that one person was dead due to the floods. And the children, luckily the children were not harmed or just cold, but there were no casualties in regards to the children who were stuck in the bus.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Najma, for that update. The Makini school children rescued, shaken, cold, hungry, but an emotional and successful reunion with their parents. We'll continue to keep our eye on this flooding situation in the capital and hopefully get a response from the county government. We understand the governor is away, but we'll try and see what response we can get and, of course, what efforts are being put in place to make sure that the capital is restored to its usual glory. Let's move away